All right, now this is something that has to be said. I'm not sure if anybody else has made a rant video or anybody else that's in the fighting game community that has touched upon this specifically, right? But this has got to stop, right? The worst kind of player in any fighting game has got to be the delusional, self-righteous, and low IQ players. Hands down, all right? Now, these are the players that we experience in MK11. Unfortunately for you guys from other fighting games backgrounds, my fighting game experience is quite limited to NRS games, but I do plan on branching out. But let's talk about people in the NRS side of things, the MK11 players, right? The people that would zone you out, you know, using a very minimal amount of skill, if any, with no real thought behind the actions they do. These are the same people that are going to lecture you on how to properly play the game.
GG, man.
Hey, GG, bro. But, hey, you're terrible, though.
Terrible.
You suck, man.
Hey, I'll come over there and snap your neck, cuz.
What?
You heard me. Send me your address right now. Come over there and get with you.
Bro, I'm not sending you my address.
Man, I'll bust your whole mouth open and spray them teeth all over the floor.
Hey, you know, let's do a bit of a story time, right? For those of you that are watching this, I assume a lot of you guys come from the Mortal Kombat side of things, so you know who Shang Tsung is. Shang Tsung in MK11 was a zoner. It was a zoning-esque character. I had a guy that didn't play neutral by any sense of the means, didn't know how to do a combo, was a very low IQ player, would spam jump-ins because back then you can get away with it. I gotta commend MK1 for that. They improved a lot of things gameplay-wise with the addition of the up block, right? So he played a very brain-dead fashion, and he had the nerve to critique me on me moving forward and backwards, trying to gauge the distance. You want me to tell you why he said that? It's because he's a low IQ player. He lacks the knowledge. He lacks the depth of understanding of what the f is going on in the game he's playing.
Dumb, stupid ass bitch.
He thought I was walking forward and backwards just to piss him off. That's how narcissistic he is. He thinks I'm walking forward and backwards just because. I don't think he's just a troll. I think he genuinely is just that dense of a person. That he doesn't understand that I'm trying to whiff punish you. I'm trying to get you to overextend. I'm trying to control the neutral space. The nerve of this dude. And he was lecturing me about, oh man, you're a bad player. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, you shouldn't be moving forward and backwards like that. You should do this instead. Bro, where do you get off telling people how to play the game? You can't do a combo, bro.
Damn. Oh my god, Griffey!
Critical damage. The f do you mean? Oh, bro, you should do it like this. No kind of, there was no thought behind his actions. Because in that game, sorry to break it to anybody that loves MK11, MK11 didn't require any cognitive thought. You could pick up the game while high on God knows what substance and do decently well in casual matches. So I don't want to hear about how MK11 is a good game when it comes to the gameplay side of things. You could be a brain-dead and hold your own against pretty solid players. Ask Dragon FGC, alright? That's a pro player that said the same thing. So don't take it up with me, take it up with them. Take it up with the pro players that share my sentiment. But anyways, that was a bit of a story. If you guys have any similar experiences regarding people like that, be sure to share them down in the comment section below. I myself, I'm very interested to hear what you have to say. So be sure to share them down there because all of us want to hear. But yeah, they're the ones who critique your playstyle despite lacking the understanding as to why you do what you do. It's as if they want you to play in a way that is conducive and beneficial to their own playstyle. They want you to play in a way that's helpful to them. If they're a zoning person, they don't want you wave dashing and closing the gap and making the whiff punish. If they're basically a brain dead player, they want you to do things that are very predictable and that they can easily counter. And these people are like very vocal. They'll hop on the mic and spew their abuse at you. They're the ones that are going to send you messages on PSN or on Xbox, if you're on Xbox, right? I'm like, bro, where do these morons get off on lecturing other people on how to play when you don't even understand the fundamentals of the game you're playing, bro? I'm more than willing to accept, and I think a lot of us share the sentiment, right? I'm very willing to accept criticism from somebody that's of equal skill level to me, greater, or even if you're lower as far as skill level, but then clearly there's an understanding that you've put in time into the game, and you kind of understand what you're saying. It's like, for anybody that watches or consumes fighting, right? Like actual fighting, where boxing, MMA. It's like these armchair coaches. They've never boxed before. They've never been in a boxing gym before. They've never been in a wrestling or BJJ gym. And instead of them having the humility to understand that they're the student in the situation and that they should be closing their mouth and opening their ears to learn, they're going to be, their fat is going to be sitting on the chair watching some pro fighter be like, oh, he's terrible, man. He can't wrestle. Or this person's this and that. there's a difference between being an outside observer and being able to criticize from an objective standpoint, and then there's when you talk as if you're in a position of authority, as if you know what you're doing, as if you know better. Like, bro, what the where did these people get off? Seriously. It's getting out of hand, man. Now, you and I both have experiences with these, honestly, for lack of a better word, animals. What remarks have you been on the receiving end of when playing a fighting game? I'm genuinely interested to know.
Fucking dog! Die a dog's death! You die a violent death! You son of a bitch!
Right? Now, more often than not, these players tend to be some of the most insufferable cowards one can come across. This is something I'm going to bring up later down the line. How do you guys respond to players like this? Do you engage with them verbally? Or do you let your skill do the talking? I know some people do that. They'll just be silent, record them, upload their stupid for a video. But some of you guys will actually engage with them, be like, yo, what the are you talking about? And then verbally lambast them. So I'm kind of interested to know what you guys' approach is to that, right? Feel free to share down in the comments. I don't know if there's anything more frustrating in a fighting game, or even just regular fighting in general, right? Than an abysmal, idiotic, low-skill player running their fucking mouth and lecturing you on how to play properly in the game that you're better than him at. And God forbid, let's be honest, it's a fighting game, right? Or even in like boxing. In boxing, you can lose a round to somebody that's less skilled than you, right? Same thing can apply to even a fighting game. You can lose like maybe the first match, especially if it's casual matches. These people are going to take that one win, run with it, run their mouth. They will not hit the rematch button, and they'll walk away. It's one thing if you're talking because you beat me 3-0, 4-0. That's a little different, you know? Or you beat me in a bit of a set. You won one match off the skin of your teeth, and you want to be like, oh man, I'm that dude for real. But then guess what? These people, these low IQ players, it's like deep down within their own subconscious mind, they understand that they're not because they won't hit that rematch button. More on that later. Low IQ bots and cowards frustrate me the most when I'm playing a fighting game personally. I can address it more, and I can kind of like tolerate it more when I'm playing a shooter game, but in fighting games, I really don't want to hear these people talk because, bro, you're terrible. I'm not trying to hear from your mouth, bro. You don't even understand what you're doing. You can barely input special moves.
Looking sick.
You don't know what you're doing. You're an impulse player. There's no thought behind your actions. So I don't want to hear shit from a drone. I'm just going to put it plainly, right? To hear more about my thoughts and feelings about FGC cowards, be sure to click on the card on the top right of the screen. I actually touch on this subject a whole lot more at length in my last video. It's my most recent video. It's also going to be the end screen of today's video. Well, I want to say thank you guys for watching this far. Since you've made it this far in today's video, be sure to subscribe on your way out to never miss an upload for more rants, reactions, superhero content where I do matchups on what character I think would win or lose in a death battle. I do a whole plethora of content like that, so if that floats your boat, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be uploading more content like that. Why am I stuttering?
The ability!
I'm going to leave it in the video, you know, a little authenticity. But anyways, appreciate y'all boys, and I'm out. Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
What's that?
Oh!
Somebody! Oh! I just wanna come. Oh, I wanna come. I'm coming, Susie!